I want to like just finish library UX and deliver it. And I had some questions like, do you mind, like, can I share my screen actually to ask on Figma? Hello.
Yeah, I think Steph's trying to talk, but we can't hear you. I think he's having audio issues. That happened last time too.
Okay, maybe I can like, so he can hear me, but he cannot speak.
I don't know. Can you hear us, Steph? Are you there?
Maybe he can try to write on like chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's trying to come back in. I saw him mute and unmute a couple of times. Hey, Steph, can you hear us?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry about that.
Super, sure. So no worries at all. So I have some questions. So we have like this homepage. We will have an introduction video. So personally, I prefer this buttons to be up instead of down, but it's perfectly okay as well because like I mean, I was thinking maybe not very creative side, but like in the general like convention, these buttons are upside, but it's totally okay. I think, but what needs to change here is like buttons are so hard to see because they are like uh, transparent. Maybe we can use one other color, which may be just a bright green.
Okay.
So,
But go ahead if you want to edit stuff. I just started an example, so if you feel like working on it, just go ahead.
oh yeah, thank you so much. But like, I'm not super like like Figma expert, so I don't want to ruin your work. you know.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Just put it like as you know, and like if you get stuck or things like.
Yeah. So maybe we can like, for example, like, how can I change? This is very transparent.
Yeah, all the
Select
things. The thing is
fill.
on the left side you have always the layers, and mostly they're in groups. And then to select, or you control click to select a separate layer. And then on the right side you have like the properties, which are like in. You see
Yeah,
it?
so I want to color it. So for
Okay.
example, how can I color this transparency?
Yeah, basically, if you go on the left, you go into the layer, and then you check the, I guess is the triangle or what is the rectangular shape, which is this thing. Or if you control click on it, then it should also just select the item itself.
Yeah. Then
Yeah,
I mean, if you can do it, it will be better
yeah, I'll
since
do it.
my
So you want a bit
skills
of
are.
color to move the buttons above. Are there other
No,
things?
no. Oh, oh, Lydia shared the line. Okay. So yeah, maybe we can like start it together and finish wireframe, since like you are one of the artists working on it, and Satori is working on the NFT design game, and I'm kind of
Yeah, and Streamer
scanning.
D is also doing a lot of really cool work. He's already like coding stuff, and he's made. Did you see like what he's working on? Like he's doing really cool things also. Like
No,
yeah,
but yeah, like maybe Satori can share the
yeah,
like game, but I think we need to like deliver the MVP and do the other things.
okay.
Maybe
And
I feel
then
like we are kind of like stucking with
yeah, sorry,
like
I've been like off for a while, so I've been like doing
no, no,
other
no.
things, and today also I have to go somewhere in like 10 minutes from now. But for this wireframe, like what I can do is what's a good time frame for you? Like this weekend or Wednesday?
We can do weekend.
Okay, so let's say by Sunday somewhere we kind of have it to send it or something like this.
Yeah, like we can very focused on it. Like maybe in 1 2 hour clear up, and like maybe Satori and I can work today on like the game thing, like
Yeah,
how we want to make people play it. Then
yeah.
we can just do it and deliver it.
Okay, cool. That would be great because the whole thing with the games for me that was really not clear how to set it up. But the other part of the library that's kind of clear, and then what's left is a bit the part on the right side where it's just a matter of how to organize some things or put some ideas together. And if we can streamline that on Sunday, I guess, or what's a good day for you?
Sunday is good.
Okay, cool. And then we can have a last checkup on Monday in like the group chat or something.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool. Then for
Thank you.
today, yeah, I think I will just listen a bit more, but then I see what needs to be done.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, Satori, maybe we can play with the NFT discovery game, like what has been done.
Yeah, want me just to run through the Figma board that I did, and this would be good to tell Steph because basically I'm just using. Okay, there's the first phase, which is what do you call it? The self-guided tour, which I'm using Steph's wireframes, just
Alright.
basically simple 3 button to navigate the
So sorry,
so
like I couldn't. Can you say it again? Ah, yeah.
okay.
So
Okay, so the wireframes, and this is basically the overview, which I call it the bird's eye view. So you start like right here, and the
mhm.
center, or like you know, kind of drops you back to here, which is the main idea of what is Deb. Deb is about metabolism. So you go through the tour, and here's our first little interaction, and then you could go left, right. Oh, I had a right button there, and then you go to either what Debs is about, or then you go along into to the performative metabolism, and then you get a pick through the sides, and then you have these, which is all the shares. This is kind of a different view of the shares, and then it kind of comes down to here, and I think this is where this is like the bird's eye view, and it gives you, which will be connected to Kumu, so you could lift it out and then interact with it, which we already have um, on Kumu. And so that's basically the first like iteration, which is the self-guided tours of the different what I'm calling narrative mandalas. But here is the recent stuff of what we're calling the spore mandalas, which are correlated to the crypto economic flower. And here is an example of what we already got, the curation. And within the vacuum already did the mandala out of what was already shared. And so like that's what we're doing with Streamer D. He's already connected like a wallet, and we want to like first correspond like those curations to those NFTs, you know.
Mhm.
So so this one, right, we already got the example. Someone gave us the curation, within the vacuum did the mandala. And so there's coordination coordinates, and we're gonna place that. And what Streamer D already is testing is that you connect like the wallet, and the NFT is connected to like another NFT. So you kind of have like a position, and you kind of like start to build out like a space there. So
Just
that was like
one thing I
yeah.
want to say about those. Yeah,
Uh
like
huh.
I think they're like super creative, but I think maybe we can do them as post MVP because like
Okay.
maybe first we can create like very simple game of yours at
Yeah.
the, like the one that you showed on left. Maybe we
Yeah.
can work on it together a little more. And
Hmm.
once we got that, we agreed that this is the game we're gonna play. I think it's like clear. Like, so how many pages it should have? Like, can you do like a demo test of me? Like, imagine that
Yeah.
I'm user, and let's play the game together.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
you'll first get into the landing
Oh,
page, which is what is Deb for the performance, and then I'm gonna go and click on the tour, and I go to the first one. Welcome to performative metabolism, and you watch a little video of Jean explaining what her performative metabolism is, and you could go left or right. So then this one's I'm out of context, and this one is now we roll it back, which is we're gonna share our stories. But say you pick the center, which is just this kind of like the end page, which is what dynamic energy budget is, and then you could go right here. You could do the bird's eye view. You could play the game again. It's kind of like you exit out. It's like the exit door in the middle.
okay.
It always goes to the center of the idea, and the left and right is to explore it in different ways. This one is kind of a more standard way. We roll it back, and then you get presented the different shares of what we shared. So you could maybe we have a short description. These are the shares from the performative metabolism, right? But you get a pick. You could watch all of them, or you could just watch one of them, or you could keep on moving. And then after you watch like one of the shares, then it's like okay, we do a next part of the thing, and then that's where the you could explore the metabolism meditation. The eyes are closed, and these are like what I will be the objects, kind of like explaining what Gene is supposed to make these cards, like a card to explain it. This is another part of it, which is dynamic energy budget. Like I said, like the middle, I want it to be like you could exit out of the tour anytime, but like the edges are like exploring it in a more linear way, or exploring it like this way. I call it the out of context, and that one is kind of like the
Mm.
more abstract way of going about it. And out of context comes out of part in the performative metabolism when not Steph, Unipuff shows up like halfway in, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know, I'm kind of feel out of context. Can you please explain it again?" And we kind of go over it again. But yeah. Anyways, that's for the first tour that I want. And so like you
Okay.
keep on exploring it, or you could go to the middle of like the maze in a sense, and then you could get your bird's eye view of the topic, which is always kind of
Yeah,
like
sounds
there
good. Yeah.
to escape. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you already like finished kind of a game. Like I will be working on the design system a little bit more with the buttons are
Okay.
like being
Yeah.
more clearly being seen. Then we
Uh
can
huh.
update it. Like I just want to give this like sorry if I
Yeah.
sound like kind of frustrated,
No.
but like we I just want to deliver this to a developer and like want to see that this
Get
thing that
started.
we have
Yeah.
been working so long like in real life as an MVP, then we can always explore the capabilities. But I
Hmm.
feel like as like working group coordination lead kind of thing. When I go to meetings, like I feel like I'm always being so excited about it, but not delivering anything, and which
Hmm.
kind of makes me not happy, let's say. But yeah, I
Yeah.
totally understand. I think we are in very good spot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
sounds good. I
Okay.
think Lydia is here.
I need to go.
Maybe she can.
See you Sunday and see you Monday. Sunday.
Sure,
Yeah.
Steph.
Yeah.
I will
Sounds
send
good,
you
Steph.
Google link. Lydia, maybe if you like to share your document, now I'm checking it. Maybe we can
Yes.
discuss on it later.
Yes, I'm back. I had some troubles with the either connection or with Discord, but I'm back and I can also maybe stream my the document. No, let me
Yeah,
check just a
I'm
second.
checking it. You can stream it.
Okay, just a second. Um, yes, because it's kind of like proposal. Because in the end, we did not really know what. No. Yes. So can you see the document?
Yes.
So yes, because in the end we did not really like it's a bit difficult like to really find the in a really participatory way the topics for the focus group discussion. So that's why now we said okay, we propose something, we discuss this with you. If this is fine, it's good. If not, we can still change the topic. And we have like now let's say two concrete proposals and then maybe we can do a third one, but really decide with all the community which kind of topics we want to cover. Yeah, so the first one, like I'm suggesting the first one is like a more, let's say a bit more general topic to, let's say, like a bit more open, but maybe it could be a good starting point. And like with this, we can like go more into into specific topics. I'm suggesting to look into to look into the value system of the token engineering community. So like looking, okay, what are core values, how like different members approach these values, like what are like differences across the community, and also how these values are put in practice. And the idea would be, yeah, that we have like I don't know, like this we could already do next month, so in July. So we still need to set up the date, the time, and we will start with like a short intro, and then have like up to 1 hour and a half for the group discussion. And the idea for this would be to have that we all together decide maybe two or three really important values that we like on which we will focus, because this is like, of course we cannot everything in this focus group discussion. So I know that like this kind of co-creation or self-sovereignty is important, but maybe we can discuss now a bit yeah, which kind of values this could be. This would be important for, let's say, this focus group. And yeah, Felix is proposing the second focus group on private profit versus common benefit. So this could be, maybe we can do this in August. And yeah, he also formulated some questions. So yeah, how do private profit motivates play out against the common benefit motives, and yeah, like some more we can more discuss. And then the third one, as I said, maybe we can decide this together. So we could maybe focus on conflicts. I would be like interested maybe to focus on conflicts or power dynamics, but yeah, we can still discuss this. I don't know, do you have questions or like ideas, comments for like the topics we are suggesting?
Sure. So these are, first of all, sound very interesting topics.
Okay,
I have 3 points I want to make. First,
okay.
like what will be the intended outcome? Maybe we can discuss this as well after each focus group. So we will have a focus group that will be discussing some particular topics, but maybe we can keep some kind of like KPI kind of thing. Maybe producing one article out of it, and like and we can publish it in our TC library. So maybe we can decide what is intended outcome of this focus group. So we will discuss with the community, we will maybe publish something out of it, and these discussion may lead somewhere else
Yes.
too. Like it's all up to contributors too. So it's not like we are deciding what to do, but it's just it will be nice to have at least some ended outcome. And regarding the topics, like I really love them. And maybe we can also collaborate with SoftGo because they have been working lots about what is the values of TC and all those other questions. So we can always collaborate with them as well. And also, have you seen the proposal I've made for research groundwork? So what we have talked with Sebnem was that maybe we can have a kind of research groundwork that may feed our discussion groups. So I'm
I was yes. I mean, this was no. Thank you. I think this with this outcomes is really important. I think we like for the moment we were more like thinking about like planning. But for sure, like the idea would be we do the focus group, we transcribe them, we'll somehow analyze them, like do all this process. And then with this, okay, we have some kind of data material that can be used to yeah, either like write some kind of like report summary, maybe produce some, I mean, for to write like an academic article, honestly, with two focus groups, I don't know if we will have the how to say, if this will be enough data material. Let's frame it like this. Maybe this is something where we need where more data would be needed to like really come to some more conclusions. I don't know, it depends on the focus groups. But I think like also the idea of the library of this kind of like participatory collaboratory knowledge production. I think for sure we can contribute, let's say with a short article or report or anything. And for other publications, I think it will be more like a process now that I think it would be difficult now to say, okay, we do this and then we have to write like an academic article out of it. Like so just to be clear also what like to be realistic, no? And for sure like this is the this sounds super good with this soft governance working group. I think it would be amazing. We can maybe members of them we can invite to the focus group or I don't know, like also if you have any other ideas. And I think the with regard to the research proposal, let me check. I think oh, wait. Yes, because I was looking. No, this is this research on incentives shaping behavior. No, like this abstract.
yeah,
It's okay. This is also what I wanted to ask. Like, what is the moral actions and instances? No, yes, this could be something like where I see a lot of synergies, like between like what we are like this focus group about values and this research groundwork about incentives. I
yeah.
mean,
Like for example,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, please explain.
Yeah, like it's just a research that I would love to do together as a collective. Uh,
Yes.
so the main argument of this research is that like so while we are discussing token engineering, we are discussing always like how we are shaping incentives. And in the social sciences there is like classical dilemma of is agent creating structure or structures are creating agent. So in token engineering we are approaching an agent as a individual and shaping their individual. So for example, some protocols are incentivizing some certain behaviors of staking, selling tokens, whatever. It's like very different. But I mean, so when you shape the incentives of person, you shape the behaviors, and the behaviors of the community people will actually create a society that you are living in. So I gave an example of the central bank in 1979 of Paul Volcker, famously known as Volcker shock. Like they initiated very high interest rates, and U.S. economy affected by it because of the incentives that they are shaping for. So here we can discuss how does token engineering parameters shape incentives and we can have comparative arguments regarding like, so how the traditional token engineering entity, which is in general central banks, are doing it, and how DAOs are doing it. What is the difference between them? For example, like in our TC experiment, we've together decided what will be the parameters of augment bonding curve, like what will be the entry tribute, whatever. And but for example, for the interest rate of United States of America, we don't have any democratic input, even the smallest one, because we don't even representatively choose a federal bank chief, or like we don't have even like bit of democratic input. Maybe we can discuss in terms of sovereignty, legitimacy, meritocracy, and power. So that's what I want to propose as one of the research groundwork. So this can feed some like focus groups.
I think it sounds interesting. I'm just thinking of how how this could speak like to the proposal I made about the different values, no? Because this is like a specific approach, a specific stance that you are having that can be connected with different values, no? I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like for example, we can discuss what are the values of token engineering commons and how the different token engineering parameters can change it, or like what is the token engineering parameters' effect on these processes. So is it like only about cultural build or structure? How much structure is affecting it? There's lots of questions that can intersect.
okay. Intersecting questions. No, yes, for sure. Okay. And then like my question for this focus group would be a second. Question for this focus group would be yeah, which kind of, because I think if we just say what is the value system and we start to like go, like it will be super difficult, no? Like it can be super, like we can lose each other and then 2 hours it's not enough time. So I was thinking maybe it's good to define like really what are two, three core values and then focus on them. I don't know, like what would you say, like how can we identify, like, and I would like to do this before the start of the focus group, like to have enough time for the focus group discussion. So my question is just how can we identify these two, three values we can focus on? Is this something that you already have, like, I know that like you were discussing this, like this was discussed even before, or is this something that maybe, yeah, we should discuss in another like meeting? Or should we maybe, I don't know, open this question to the whole community? Maybe like, I don't know, starting yeah, like in a discussion forum. I don't know, like what would you suggest?
Yeah, like sounds good. Yeah, but I think we need inputs of Shebnem and Nick and others, because like I'm not really sure how to facilitate it. So like I don't want to make like I don't want to navigate to the wrong direction.
So like this
But
could be
maybe
yeah, something to
but
ask
maybe
again the working group.
yeah, like maybe it should be like discussed in a bigger crowd. And also, what I was thinking, maybe for these meetings, we can publish a little report beforehand what we have discussed, and we can invite people to these discussions. So it won't, like, from my experience, it is hard to get people to discuss these kind of things. Maybe we can plan it like, okay, this time we will first publish this thing, like maybe a one page abstract about what is this all about. Maybe we can create some like a marketing on Twitter through, maybe we can open it on even Omega Twitter, like Gravity done. So, and like, I think this should be like a roadmap process. I feel like if we can just drop it, no one will come, and like it will hurt the. Like I'm not really sure. I'm just speculating, of course.
No,
I don't know.
this is also one of like the questions we had, no? Like if you go more into the practical questions, so which kind of incentives we should provide to community members so that they will participate? No, like do we need to provide, like you said, okay, we should like maybe advertise the groups, have like this kind of abstract, more information on it. But I don't know, do you think there's anything else we could do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe for the practical, how about the research? Uh, like I'm not really sure about the first question. Maybe we should ask like a soft go group.
The first question, which question you mean?
First one, what research has been already done?
Okay, okay.
But they've been doing values of TC kind of stuff. Which platform?
Ask
Which platform we can use is the audio record focus group session. So I think Discord is pretty neat. Like we can just record Discord, and it will allow us to share screen. Like now, TC recorder probably it's beer recording it.
who will be? Ah, yes, and this is important for us. Like, who are we going to invite to the focus group discussion? And like we are saying this because I don't know, because yes, we need like it would be good. I mean, like if we really do this focus group, maybe to have like 10 up to 20 participants, and then we really need to try to have like different backgrounds, different like gender diversity, different ideological orientation, also maybe like old members, new members, like the idea is to have really like to get a broad picture of opinions within like the community. So yeah, we really, I think this would be super important and super because if we have like a focus group and everyone has the same opinion, like why do we have this focus group? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Like it's I think it is hard to create people, but maybe we can just publish as much as we can, and we don't restrict the people like the participant size. And if we get like overwhelmingly many applicants, hopefully we can always do separate the groups. So we I think let's say let we will create a type form. We can ask some questions, but like I don't want to ask
but
like too much
yeah,
question
but I
maybe.
think also Felix was telling me it's super important, like also for his question, he needs to have some members who really have an opinion and really know about the topics, no? So maybe, like I agree, it's good to have a good outreach and then maybe like hopefully we will have a diverse group. But I think also maybe it would be super important to really target certain persons that could be important, no? I don't know. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
this
of course.
maybe
Like
we
we can
also need
ask
to. Okay, okay.
Yeah, sorry. We can ask Sebnem, and she has lots of connection in space that can be asked these kind of stuff. And it will be also good for listeners, so we can ask like OGs of the space to participate these groups, like Zargam and all those others. So it will be awesome. So I think yeah, I think no restriction on participant size, whoever wants to come, and we can ask people who think enrich this discussion, like, and people will want to listen. So this may benefit for two things. Like the first one is marketing, like people will participate more. Second, the quality of discussion will be higher.
Okay. I think that this was our questions. Let me just think in. Yeah, maybe there's synergies with the like this would be also something we can also discuss like ongoing discussion, no? How this like intersects with your research proposal, no? On like how incentive shapes behavior and
Yeah, like
um,
maybe I will write something regarding how we can integrate with the first one, if you
okay,
like,
that
or
would be perfect.
even
Yes,
we can make it like a separate one as well. And even
yes,
I would love to like ask Sean from Labs Working Group. He is
yes,
like token engineer. Maybe we can
yes.
even create some simulations like bad agents. We can annotate some like bad connotations to one agent and good agent, and we can see how token engineering parameters affect them, etc. Like there's lots to play, but yeah, I totally love the idea, and I will try to support as much as I can.
Okay, great, perfect.
And Lydia, I know like you were like the one of the first that initiate this research groundwork, like participatory research in Omega, right?
I mean, I was involved because, like, from last year on, and we were discussing, okay, like it would be super good to have this. I mean, because I'm more like from social science research. Now I study. I have a background in anthropology, international relations. No, and also like a bit experience in participatory, let's say limited. No, but like I was hearing what they were talking, and like like I think it's the perfect space for this kind of participatory research processes. But I have the feeling also like it needs some kind of structure, no, like a
Yeah, for
bit.
sure. We don't want to get into tyranny of structurelessness.
Tyranny of structuralism. Or the other way around, too much structures can be also limiting. No, but you need some kind of like organizing things, structuring a bit. And oh yeah, that's why we were discussing this and yes.
Yeah, exactly. Also, my background is like political science.
Ah, okay, 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 cool.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
the only social scientist.
yeah, like my background is polity sci and economics. Like yeah, but
Okay.
I'm learning this stuff for some time. So like I'm happy to see one like integrating the social science aspect to this technological
Yes,
advancement.
yes, yes, yes. And
Okay.
I mean, also Felix, I think, has a background in politics, political science, and economics. No, and he's doing his like a bit different questions, but also like PhD research, more focused on this, like technology, society. My field is more like peace research. I'm
Yeah, like actually before I joined in Web3 space, I was working
okay.
in social movement research.
Ah, social movement research, really?
Yeah, like it's about like how the welfare state is affecting social movements in different
Yes,
parts of the world,
yes.
and discussing like this newly growing economies such as Brazil, India, Turkey, and all those other, and how the new kind of neoliberal welfare state-ish uh, value transfer programs affect welfare state, and how the social movements affect those kind of welfare state. And the data was trying to say that like we can see patterns of the more social movement we have, the more welfare state they get, kind of stuff. And
Oh, super
are you based on
interesting.
Germany?
So I am from Germany, yes, but I'm studying in Italy, and I'm based in a university, like the department there just do social movement, mainly in social movement research. So it's also
Oh,
kind of interesting.
is it like Florence? Is it in Florence?
Yes, in Florence. With
Oh,
I don't know. Do you know Donatella della Porta? She's the
Of
like
course, I
she's
read lots of Donatella.
yeah. I can now because she's the queen of social movement research. No, like she's the our head of department.
Yeah, like yeah, I really know her work, and also I was working with a scholar called Leslie Wood. She is also working closely with Donatella, probably like they know each other side. Yeah,
Yeah, could
so
be like this social movement scholars.
yeah, like but it's nice to hear that,
Yes.
like find connection in space, like space crypto space is mostly but developed by like either alt-right, like a neoliberal economic or tech bros, quote unquote. It's nice to have diversity.
No, that's true. No, that's like why it's also super interesting, no? Having this research on values and like how, like as you said, maybe they're like people approach this differently, but still you are somehow how like 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 a community, and somehow you need to, or there's the need to work this somehow out, no? How we can work differently with like yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so
Yes.
much. I have to hop off in another call as well. Uh, Looking forward to see you. I will write whatever I can and
Yes,
support
yes,
this.
yes, yes, and let's. I will try also to join next week, and maybe we can also discuss, with the others. Oh yeah, thanks a lot for your input, and for your like
Thank,
support.
thanks so much. Very nice to meet with you. Ciao.
Okay, ciao, ciao.